Okay, take two on this. I was in the middle of getting this done, and our exterminator show. We get the place sprayed once a month. Just keep it's ants. Like we got ants all over this place. So. All right, Marshal Law from Epic Comics. Okay, I'm gonna look at a year on this real quick. 1987. Okay, Pat Mills with Kevin O'Neill, creators. This was basically their answer to all the, in the 80s, we had all the different deconstructions of the superhero genre. You had stuff like, the Squadron Supreme, Miracle Man, Dark Knight Returns, Watchmen, Do Not Bark, stuff like that. Well, this was Mills and O'Neill's answer to that. Set in the future, a big war happened. And to win this war, the U.S. injected a bunch of people with a serum that made them superheroes. Well, now they're back, and they don't know what the fuck to do with these, veterans. And Marshal Law is one of those, and he hates superheroes more than anything. He detests them. Now, the series, it didn't last very long at Epic. From what I remember, there's like maybe 4 or 5 issues. It was not coming out on any kind of schedule. Like, you might get 2 issues a year. It jumped to, God, what is the company? I see their logo, Toxic Magazine from the UK. Jumped over there for a storyline that, as far as I know, didn't get finished. There was a one-shot called Kingdom of the Blind. And then we went to Dark Horse. And there hasn't been anything new in quite a while. The last thing I know got published was they did a couple crossovers. They did a Savage Dragon Marshal Law crossover that was really good. And then they did one with the Mask, which I've never read. And he actually came back to Epic for a short while. There was a Pinhead Marshal Law crossover. Let's see what's in this first issue, then. Let me start off with this gorgeous cover. Gorgeous art. After the big one destroyed San Francisco, after the war in the zone ended and a stalemate after the superheroes came home, it's time for Marshal Law, Chapter 1, Stars and Strippers. And that's what this is. This is. Yeah. And this is all about this hero, this villain that's going around killing people. And, Marshal Law is trying to figure out who it is. And it turns out at the end up being their version of Superman. It's like the Public Spirit or something like this. And you got Gangrene. You got, what was his name? Sorry, the Nearly Man. He's nearly a superhero. He runs this gigantic museum. And it's just the world was just highly sexualized and superheroes were just worshipped. And it's like, what the fuck? Here comes Marshal Law. He usually works without a partner. He just loves beating the shit out of soups. We've come full circle. Only now the Outlaws were called superheroes. A lot of people say I hate superheroes. That's not true, Well, all right, it's probably true. Okay, it's true. Just this is one of them great series. And there is a nice big trade. I don't know if it collects everything, because I don't know if it collects the Pinhead, the Mask, and the Savage Dragon crossover. From what I remember, the only one that really would need to be in there would be the Savage Dragon. That one had a massive effect on the series. The other two, from what I remember of the Pinhead one, didn't really. They could be in there, they could not be in there, and it don't really matter. Just like I said, a great little comic that is kind of forgotten. And I've forgotten about it for quite a while. I got almost every issue. I've forgotten about it. And then, back in January of this year, I'm looking through Twitter and I see Marshal Law is trending. And it was spelled like the comic. And I'm like, holy shit, the comic's coming out. And I'm like, no, it's a bunch of idiots that don't know how to spell Marshal Law, like when Marshal Law is declared. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I post to it, it's like, I saw Marshal Law's trending and think, oh fuck, the comic's coming out, and I found out it's a bunch of idiots that don't know how to spell. A bunch of idiots that failed 3rd grade spelling. But just a great comic. Oh, Diamante. Just some of this art, I really want to spotlight some of this art, because I really, really love Kevin O'Neill's artwork. Honestly, for example, Kevin O'Neill's artwork is so good it almost made me enjoy League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And I catch shit for that. I always have. I'll be honest, I saw the movie first. The movie's like, it ain't great, but it ain't horrible. And then, oh God, it's been 10, 11 years ago. Well, more than that, probably 12. I picked up the first League of Extraordinary Gentlemen series in a trade for like $3 and some change at a convention. Read it and just like, ew, didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. So put it up on the shelf. So, okay, I'll reread it another time. Maybe, catch on the second time. Because some stuff, first time, like, especially with movies, first time I say it, I'm like, oh, look at this. It's just, I love that art. So I waited about a year, reread it again, did not like it the second time, so I ended up giving the trade away. Buddy of mine was in comics. What's up, Casey? I was like, hey, here, just hand it to him. But then I seem to be one of the few that didn't like Hush, Batman, Hush by Batman, the Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee. And it wasn't just the story is bad, the art. Jim Lee's art, great covers, great pinups, great posters. He has no storytelling skills at all for me in his art. It just all looks like pinups and posters. All looks like, oh, me draw this so where when I sell the original art, it goes for more. And the story was horrible. It was like something I would have come up with when I was like 12 in 7th grade study hall, bored off mask, and okay, I got to come up with a Batman story. That's what it felt like. I mean, the great big mystery, who was Hush? Oh, come on. It was obvious in the first 2 pages, or first issue, who Hush was. And what sucks is I heard all the praise for it. And one year for Christmas, I got the True Trades, the True Trade edition. 2 trades make up the whole story. I read it at work. Matter of fact, I got that, and I got Dark Knight Strikes Back, which I did not read all of as it's come out. I read like the first issue and just kind of fell out. So I'm at work and okay, Dark Knight Strikes Back, I'm going to read that second because I've heard it's horrible. Hush gets universal praise, I'll read that first. Well, I'm at work. I read Hush, I'm like, oh, that was not good. So then I was like, man, I don't even want to read Dark Knight Strikes Back because I've heard it's horrible. I was like, wait a minute, I always heard Hush was good. So I read Dark Knight Strikes Back, I'm like, oh, this is really good. And I started thinking, I was like, oh, I get why everybody hates this. I really do. And when I do my video on the Dark Knight Strikes Back trade, I'll get into why I think everybody hates it. I think it's because even if they don't realize it consciously, people reading it subconsciously realize what Miller's saying. And they're like, oh, you fucker. But fucking Marshal Law. And I've got issue 2 of this. I've got some of the Toxic mags with it. I think I've still got Kingdom of the Blind. I got a good handful of stuff. Like, look at that. It's great art. I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.